Did you know the first black man to win an Academy Award for Best Actor grew up so poor he didn't even own shoes until his teenage years? Stay with us as we uncover the incredible journey of Sidney Poitier, the man who broke Hollywood barriers, became a voice for equality, and inspired millions around the globe. This story will take you from his humble beginnings to his rise as one of the most respected figures in film history. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with friends who love untold history, and subscribe for more inspiring stories of iconic black figures. Sidney Poitier was born in 1927 in Miami, while his parents were visiting from the Bahamas. He grew up on Cat Island, a rural place without electricity or running water. His parents were tomato farmers, and life was simple but tough. As a young boy, he helped on the farm, barefoot most of the time, because shoes were a luxury his family couldn't afford. When the family moved to Nassau, and later when Sidney traveled to the United States, he faced racial prejudice for the first time. Determined to build a better future, he worked as a dishwasher in New York and began teaching himself to read better by studying newspapers and listening to the radio late at night. His first big opportunity came when he tried to join the American Negro Theater. At first, they rejected him because of his heavy Bahamian accent and poor reading skills. Instead of giving up, he practiced his speech endlessly, imitating radio announcers word for word, determined to speak clearly and confidently. His hard work paid off. He returned to the theater, this time with polished skills, and was accepted. That single breakthrough launched a career that would change Hollywood forever. Throughout the 1950s, Poitier fought to be more than a background character. He refused roles that showed black people in negative or humiliating ways. In 1950, he starred in No Way Out, playing a young doctor treating a racist white patient. Audiences and critics saw something new, a black actor portraying intelligence, courage, and dignity. The film industry started to notice. Soon came Blackboard Jungle in 1955, where he played a rebellious but brilliant student, followed by The Defiant Ones in 1958. That role earned him his first Academy Award nomination, making him the first black man to be nominated for Best Actor. He was now a leading man at a time when Hollywood rarely gave black actors serious or heroic roles. Working with stars like Tony Curtis, Poitier proved he could carry major films and draw huge audiences. Then came the moment that changed history. In 1964, Sidney Poitier won the Academy Award for Best Actor for his role in Lilies of the Field. He was the first black man ever to win in this category. As he stood on that stage, accepting the highest honor in acting, it wasn't just a personal victory, it was a cultural milestone during the Civil Rights Movement. A powerful statement that talent and determination could break through even the deepest barriers of racism and prejudice. Poitier used his fame for more than personal success. He became close friends with Martin Luther King Jr. and Harry Belafonte, supporting the Civil Rights Movement financially and publicly. On screen, his roles in the Heat of the Night, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and To Sir, with Love confronted racism directly, showing audiences a new vision of black men as strong, intelligent, and dignified. These films weren't just entertainment. They were cultural turning points. If you're enjoying this journey so far, hit that like button and tell us in the comments your favorite Sidney Poitier film. We'd love to hear from you. Behind the spotlight, Poitier lived a full and private life. He married Juanita Hardy in 1950, and they had 4 daughters before parting ways. Later, he married Joanna Shimkus, a Canadian actress, and together they had 2 daughters. Despite his fame, Poitier valued family above all. He was known as a devoted father and husband, teaching his children the same discipline, education, and moral values that guided his own life. As his career flourished, so did his wealth. Poitier earned millions through acting, directing, and writing. He owned beautiful homes in California and the Bahamas, living comfortably while staying connected to his roots. He also served as the Bahamian ambassador to Japan and the United Nations, using his influence to represent his country on the world stage. Those who worked with him often shared stories of his professionalism and humor. On set, he was known for his focus and kindness, a man who treated everyone with respect. He chose his roles carefully, rejecting scripts that demeaned black characters. This commitment earned him admiration from fellow actors and directors, as well as from audiences around the world. In the 1970s and 1980s, Poitier expanded into directing, creating hits like Stir Crazy, one of the highest-grossing comedies of its time. Honors poured in over the years, including the Honorary Academy Award in 2002 and the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2009, presented by President Barack Obama. Younger actors like Denzel Washington often credited Poitier for paving the way for their own careers. But perhaps his greatest legacy was cultural. Sidney Poitier changed how Hollywood and the world saw black actors. Before him, black roles were often limited to servants, sidekicks, or stereotypes. Poitier broke that mold, showing black men as heroes, leaders, and intellectuals. When he passed away in 2022, tributes came from presidents, celebrities, and fans everywhere, honoring a man whose dignity and courage changed the film industry forever. From a barefoot boy in the Bahamas to an Oscar-winning actor, director, diplomat, and author, Sidney Poitier's life is a story of perseverance, integrity, and triumph. His journey reminds us that no barrier is too high when courage and determination lead the way. If Sidney Poitier's story inspired you, give this video a like, share it with someone who loves history, and subscribe so you don't miss the next untold story of Black excellence. Stay tuned. Your next favorite story is on the way.